Hello lads and ladies, and welcome to this and welcome back for another video on the channel. Today we are here with more Sky Bet League One content. We are going to review every team's season so far. Are they underachieving? Are they not doing quite as well as we expected? Are they struggling for their team's expectation? Are they meeting their club's goals, or are they overachieving? Every club will be judged differently. You can't judge Bolton and Cheltenham in the same fashion. You can't judge Carlisle and Derby in the same fashion. Every club has different expectations, so bear that in mind. If you're a League One fan and you enjoy these types of videos, please like, please subscribe. It is massively appreciated as we try and hit 12,000 subscribers. Starting off with Cheltenham Town, yes, underachieving. They've yet to score a goal, yet to pick up a win. Just the one draw, and guess who they got that against? Top of the league, Portsmouth. League One is mental, and that is why we love it. Underachieving, not scoring goals. He's sacked Wade Elliott. 3 managers in League One have already gone. That says a lot. Dean Holden, Scott Brown, and Wade Elliott. 3 in the first 8 games. And if it carried on at that rate, you're looking at about 16 managers getting the pot by the end of the season. It's just ridiculous. Underachieving. Same for Fleetwood. Managerial casualty. They're both in the bottom 2. Fleetwood have only scored 3 goals all season. Are struggling. Don't look like winning games of football. Have lost their last 6. They should be well out of that bottom 4 with their squad. Burton Albion have also started quite poorly as well, although a result against Port Vale in the week has helped them out massively, and it kind of given them a boost. Although they started last season poorly, again, they ended very strongly, and that's where they should be, in that middle part of the table minimum. Reading, I do believe they are meeting expectations in my eyes. Without the deduction, they'd be about 13th in the table. They've won 3 out of 4 at home. Only team they lost against was Peterborough at home. Peterborough are better than Reading, in my opinion. So I think Reading are, meeting expectations so far. Wigan, I think they're also meeting expectations, slightly overachieving, but I think without the deduction, they'll be on 13 points and in the playoffs, kind of the area that you'd expect Wigan to be in that top 10, top 12. They've got a young manager who's very good. They've got a really good front 4, let's be honest with you. The likes of, Callum Lang, Stephen Humphreys, Theo Asgard, those types of players are really good players. Northampton, I think, are meeting expectations as well. Their expectation will be to try and stay up. That'll be the goal. And they're doing that so far. Same for Carlisle, just come up from League 2. I think it's important that they get off to a good start. They didn't really start too well, but 5 points on the last 3 games, unbeaten in 3. You've beaten Shrewsbury at home, gone to Stevenage and gone to Lincoln and got points. I think that's a good couple of weeks for them. Charlton, massively underachieving in my eyes, should be near that top 10 area where they were last year, going for the playoffs. They're nowhere near it. They've improved of late. They've got a lot of injuries, but they're still nowhere near where Charlton should be. Again, another poor start for Charlton in League One. Leyton Orient, in my eyes, meeting expectation, it would be to stay up comfortably in that middle part of the season. I kind of thought out the teams that came up, they won the league last year, and I think it reflected that they are the strongest team out the teams to come up, in my eyes, from last season, although it's not quite working with Steve. He's doing really well as well. Leyton Orient doing, again, meeting expectation and doing really, really well. Shrewsbury now, again, meeting expectation in the middle of part of this the table. That's where Shrewsbury should be. That's where Shrewsbury's budget is. Probably a lower one in that mid-table bunch, but they always seem to push on for the top 12, and there's no reason why they can't carry on, in that fashion as well. Next up, Blackpool, underachieving. Blackpool, in my eyes, are a top 10 team. I don't think they're quite a top 6 team yet. I kind of think that they're a bit off that yet. They're not far off, but at this moment in time, they're 14th in the table. They're underachieving. They're not scoring many goals. They look a little bit lackluster. They pass the ball well. They dominate midfield proceedings, but they don't get anything going forward. The front 2 of Beasley and Rose, they're struggling. I kind of think Blackpool are just slightly underachieving at this moment in time. And Bristol Rovers, again, achieving what they should be doing. They're doing really well in the League One, League One table, where you'd expect Bristol Rovers to be between the positions of 13th and 6th. That's where you'd expect them to be. And while they're there, they're doing a good job. Derby County, laughable, laughable. They should be going to win this league, if not top 2, if not 3rd or 4th in the playoffs, minimum. Should be squeaking into the playoffs. They're quite a way off, in my opinion, the quality to get into the playoffs over 46 games. Every team they played against are good at football. Oxford, Portsmouth, Bolton, they've been the second best team in the game. They're beating the team they should be beating. The only good side, and I think they played well this season, was Peterborough away. I think they won 4-2 that game. Martin Waghorn scored a hat-trick. That's the only time I've kind of seen them good in a game that are quite evenly matched, but I do think they're better than Peterborough. That's all I'll say. Next up, Cambridge United. Slightly overachieving in my eyes, but again, still doing a really good job. Mark Bonner's just signed a new deal. Started off really well last year, so the aim is to obviously keep going and get over that 30-point mark where they could not get over for a long period of last season. They were on 30 points for about 15 games, it felt. For a large part of the season. Lincoln, again, achieving what they should be doing. They're unbeaten in 6. They're inside that, top half as well. Pushing towards the playoffs is where you'd expect Lincoln City to be. Really pushing on. The next step is to try and get into the top 6. But with a few injuries that have dampened the season so far, it's going to be tough. Next up, Wycombe, again, meeting expectations. That is the most important thing that they do. Keep pushing on, keep trying to get into the playoffs. They've won 4 out of the last 5. It's really important to keep doing that. But their expectation will be in the top 10 and push towards the top 6. Same for Peterborough, who are 8th. Again, try and squeeze into the playoffs. They're not really going above the expectations, really high up in the playoffs. They're just outside, just probably where you'd expect Peterborough to be. Bolton, I think they're slightly underachieving. Yes, I do. They've won the first 3 games. They've only won 1 game since. Defeats to Reading and Wigan. Both games you'd expect Bolton to do better in, and they lost. 1-0 up away at Reading, lost 2-1. Bolton are now outside the top 6. Bolton shouldn't be, with that squad and the manager and the good start they had, slowly coming back down to earth. And I thought they'd be champions when they played us. They were good. We were terrible. But Bolton should be doing a lot better than they're doing right now. Next up, Barnsley. I slightly feel that overachieving, but I have gone for meeting expectations. Look, they lost Kitchen, they lost Mads Anderson, they lost Duff. 3 parts of their season last year. I'd probably say they were the 3 most important players. They've replaced them well, to be fair. Devante Cole's back up in the scoring as well. Top goal scorer, 8 league goals already. His goal was probably to get to better than last season, around 15 goals. Then it would have been 20. He's probably now looking for 25 goals because if you said Devante Cole's only going to score 12 in your next 39 games, you'd be slightly disappointed. Now, he should be pushing on for 25 goals after the start he's had. So, meeting expectations inside that top 6, I think is a really good start. Stevenage overachieving. Steve Evans has got them playing football as well. Long ball, as people would say. It's effective, it works, and they've got a side that battles for them. A couple of bad couple of minutes against Charlton and, Carlisle. They'll be on 19 points right now on top of the league quite comfortably. But again, unfortunately, not to be, but doing really well. Overachieving, just come up from League 2. Are they going to push on out of this division? Got some tough games coming up. Oxford, meeting expectations, but I slightly feel like they're overachieving a little bit in the way that they're only 7 games in and they've got a brand new squad, a brand new kind of front line as well. And they've had to kind of come in and they've started off like a bang. They've only lost 2, they've won 5. So I slightly feel, well, you'd expect Oxford to be in the top kind of 6, top 4 area, but you wouldn't expect them to start this well this early on. Port Vale, would you expect them to be 3rd? You wouldn't. 13th, maybe, or a little bit above. They've done really well. They've got a squad full of character, a squad full that will fight for you, that will play football. I think they're, overachieving a little bit, but it's the more it goes on, they're not shocking me anymore because they're a good side. A poor defeat to Burton, but they'll bounce back. They're good enough. Exeter, similar, overachieving, 2 points a game. Who cares about a 9-0 defeat in the Papa John's Trophy? They won't care. It's a really good couple of weeks for them, and I really believe Exeter will kick on now. Again, overachieving at this moment in time. Portsmouth are meeting expectations. I don't want to wear Portsmouth are overachieving. They should be top of the league with the squad they've got. but they've done it really, really well. And to manage expectations of being top of the league, you've got to be there. And John Mousinho deserves every bit of credit. He's got them playing football, hard to break down, hard to beat. They score goals. They look, good. A couple of weeks ago, they couldn't score goals. Now they are. They're winning games of football. But Portsmouth, any less than top of the league or any less than automatic promotion or any less than, let's be honest, promotion is a failure this year. They are Portsmouth Football Club. They are a massive football club. 17,000 fans behind you every week. Going to Fratton Park is like going to a European away game. It's tough. It's a battle, and you kind of feel like you're going to be in for it today. Portsmouth Football Club are an incredible football club that should be winning promotion. Anything less, and it's failure, and they underachieve. So at this moment in time, they're meeting expectation, but for Portsmouth, there's still 38 games to go. A big 38 games to go. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoy it. Please remember to like and subscribe. It will be massively appreciated as well. We are on the road to 12,000 subscribers. So if you could help me out, that would be appreciated. Let me know what you think of my overall summary. Do you agree with some of them? Should other teams be achieving? Should some teams be underachieving? I think the ones I've been harsh on are Bolton. I really do. They're still in the playoff mix. Barnsley, are they overachieving really when you look at it? Are Stevenage really overachieving? Are Oxford really meeting expectations? Could they really kick on and get into that top two? There's so much debate as well. And if you'd like me to see any other League One videos, let me know in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts on this and kind of what you'd go for team by team. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. This is your home and your home of Sky Bet League One videos, live streams, and the Fleetwood vlogs as well. Thanks very much for watching. And again, please like, subscribe, and up the Sky Bet League One.